Silent Running is a 1971 science fiction movie about a man on a spaceship with Earth's last trees in domes. He and his three shipmates use little robots, drones, to do most of the work. The human crew sits around playing cards until the uncaring folks on Earth order the domes blown up and for the ships to come back to Earth. Freeman Lowell, played by Bruce Dern, kills his shipmates and takes off with the spaceship Valley Forge and the domes. A real Earth Day type, Lowell flies towards Saturn while feeling bad about being a triple murderer. Silent Running wasn't a hit when it was released in 1971, but it is remembered fondly by folks who liked the robots, the grand special effects, and the environmental message, whatever that might be. Here are 5 things I liked about Silent Running. 1. The music. Joan Baez's song is a hippie anthem, but I like the melody. Peter Schickel's big orchestral score isn't overwhelming, but works when it needs to, such as in the climactic scene. But look, the design of the Valley Forge spaceship, which doubled for the other ships in the fleet, is interesting and unique. Not till the Black Hole will we get a spaceship with such lattice work. Trumbull had an enormous miniature made, and the quality of the space shots is as good as those in 2001. Trumbull worked on the effects for both movies, and here he achieved something Kubrick failed to get for 2001, Saturn's rings. Many of the interiors were shot on a real decommissioned Navy ship, and the control rooms and the dome interior are believable sets. 3. Freeman Lowell. Bruce Dern spent the 60s playing bikers and druggies. Silent Running is one of his biggest roles, and I like that this character is a different kind of lead for a sci-fi movie. He's not Han Solo, he's not Luke Skywalker, and he's not one of the colorless, square-jawed heroes of the 60s and 50s science fiction movies. Dern does nothing here that he didn't do when he was helping Peter Fonda take LSD, or riding bikes with Jack Nicholson. If you like Dern, you'll like him here. If you don't, you won't. Freeman Lowell takes care of trees, eats real food, not processed, just like that guy in Starbucks who is telling you what a great vegan he is. Lowell is a weirdo who goes postal on a spaceship, and we don't see that very often, except in George Pal's Conquest of Space, which had a religious wacko on a space station, but he wasn't the main character. The character is new to 70s science fiction. As problematic as it is, Freeman Lowell is an original lead in science fiction movies. Dern's got crazy shit going on behind his eyes. Imagine if this character was in the original Star Wars, or Star Trek. Lowell starts to collapse. He's lost one of his robot pals, starts to get flashbacks of the men he killed, and the whole ending of the movie is about this guy's final disintegration. Again, you don't see that in a lot of science fiction space movies. 4. Drones. Everyone loves cute little robots. Everyone loves some cute little robots. 5. The screenplay. It's not about space battles or alien contact, but how being in space will mentally impact humans who are just working folks. It's not the seemingly perfect folks who actually go into space, like astronauts we see in publicity shots. You can see the approach to this material by someone who isn't a science fiction guy. Stephen Bochco, one of the 3 screenwriters, later went on to make Hill Street Blues, and Michael Cimino later went on to make The Deer Hunter. Ecology was a big deal in the early 70s. The movie works on one level, showing how humanity could lose its way, destroying the environment casually. Here are 5 bad things about Silent Running. 1. The screenplay. The script is illogical. Because he's having emotional health issues, he forgets that his beloved plants need light. Why are the Earthships even chasing him? Is one ship worth so much that they'll pursue it halfway across the solar system? Stephen Bochco claimed his original screenplay was trashed. Lowell has obviously been unbalanced from the start, but what's the purpose of having him be nuts? He's a murderer who has flashbacks, feels guilt, but we're supposed to see him as the good guy. The use of light bulbs shows nature and technology can work together, but he forgets about the sun existing? If we're supposed to write this off as, well, he's going nuts, I don't buy it. And why blow up the domes in the first place? Why not just eject them and head back to Earth? The universe is kind of big. If you just give them a little push, they'll head right out of the solar system. They're not going to bump into any Earth ships. Why not build the domes on Earth? Why kill his shipmates? For all my complaining about Silent Running, I've watched it several times. I just like the tone, the theme in a space movie. A theme about caring for the environment. You don't have to be some crazy, environmental activist to say, hey, you know what? We should take care of our environment. That's not a crazy idea that's reserved for the far left, right? And blending that in with a space movie and putting a different character for science fiction movies in the lead makes this one that's really worth checking out. Thanks for stopping by. And keep looking up.